offices and that's obviously the press room. Over here is the other part of building 2. Before they built Space Center Houston, they used to have a lunar lander right here. I remember that. This up here is an LLTV, Lunar Landing Training Vehicle. It's one of like 3 that are. Oh, it's actual training. This was an actual Apollo lander training vehicle. Very unstable. Neil Armstrong almost died in one of them.
Is it a jet engine on that?
Yeah, but it's structured to mimic the landing characteristics of the Apollo module.
Wow.
And it was the closest they had to actual, to something they could actually fly. They fly this out at Ellington, and you may have seen some videos of like Neil Armstrong ejecting at 100 feet before this thing turned over and crashed. The mural over here, famous artist Robert McCall, who just died last year, kind of starts out at Mercury, and the shuttle is right in the middle, and the future is off to the right.
McCall
And
is
there's
a 133
a
patch.
hypersonic wind tunnel model of the shuttle over here. And over along the wall here, there are reproductions of the Space News Roundup, was the official newspaper of the JSC. Unfortunately, they don't have it here, but they used to have, you know, Apollo 13 when they had to build the carbon dioxide scrubber thing. They used to have on display here the actual model that the engineers built. That they said, okay, here's what we have. Let's go build something. And the thing that they built was on display right over here. I'm not sure where it is now. It could be over in Space Center Houston.
The thing that they built for what?
Apollo 13, when they
The CO2 scrubber.
Yeah, the CO2 scrubber. They had square canisters for the command module and round canisters for the lunar module.
I haven't. It's a major flaw in my life.
Okay, this is for Kelly. I want you to tell her what you just said.
I apologize to everyone I know who loves space, but I have not yet seen Apollo 13. I haven't seen Apollo 13.
Need to. Right now.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen it in a while.
For shame. Alright. For reference, Marlene,
Yeah.
the guy who did this designed the STS-1 and STS-133 patches and plenty in between.
Wow.
Which is why you see it right there.
So we get some more cool stuff over here. Starting with the flag that flew on Apollo 11.
Oh, wow.
It's just over here in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Gilruth was the center director.
How many flags were on?
Don't know.
Sure, it's not the only one.
Over here is a caution warning panel from Apollo 13.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not sure what this is. So the staff of the Manned Spacecraft Center from the staff of Langley. I'm sure there's some names on there, but I don't recognize any of them.
So what was the warning after the
Mm-hmm.
All right. They took a lot of other things. Okay, over here, hold on, let me see people.
What? Oh, is this part of it? Oh, wow.
Recorder on the tape reels.
Jeez. I wonder where the patch is that survived. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Another's a patch that survived.
Huh?
Another's a patch that survived, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they did with it. Wow, look at this over here. You can see what it really did.
Yeah, they had to.
Jeez.
All right, so down here, after Columbia broke up, they had the big search party go out and look for parts. This is one of the parts. This is the most important, actually, the second most important piece that they found. The first most important was they found the actual site of the breach of the thermal tile. Now, got to go back a little bit. Columbia, as the first orbiter, was instrumented, had a lot more stuff on it for data collection because it was the first one. And then by the time Challenger, the second one, got in, they already knew enough about the aerodynamic qualities and of the shuttle, and they didn't need as many sensors on the shuttle itself. So they didn't put it in on any of the other ones, but they left it in on Columbia. So what this box is, this is called the OEX recorder, or the MADS recorder, Modular Auxiliary Data System. Basically, reel-to-reel tapes that collected aerodynamic data on the shuttle. They didn't put them in the new shuttles, but they left it active in the old one because it wasn't really, it didn't hurt anything to leave it in there. So when they found this and they found the tapes, they were able to decode the tapes, and it gave them more information as to what happened to Columbia. And if it had been any of the other orbiters, they would not have had this, and they might not have figured out as much of the reasons why. So I mean, if you, I hate to say it, but if you have any orbiter to break up, Columbia would have been the one because it has the most instrumentation on it that let the people know what happened to it.
The safety of everyone else
Right,
from that
for
point
future
on.
missions, right.
Wow.
And we got to think about going back, but this is more, this is like an LBJ library type display. They've got like the pens that he signed some NASA acts with. Over here are medals and souvenirs from Russia, from Apollo Soyuz, different awards people have been given.
Do you know what story is of his flag?
No.
It was a Marine Corps. Well, there's 7 stars, so I'm assuming it's going to be related to.
I would approve. Probably.
Was one of them Marine? Maybe his flag was
don't know.
that was part of the debris or something.
No, I don't think so.
I would think that would happen.
But yeah, there's no flags or lights. Modular airborne recording system.
Still have that.
And so it
Some real gems
It
got hidden
was-
back here.
It was housed in the cockpit area, which was the last part to break up. So it was lower to the ground, and things that were in the cockpit, artifacts that were in the cockpit survived better than pieces like the main engines that, stuff that fell apart much higher up.
Stuff that was obliterated.
Yeah.
Cool, Mike. Thanks for the
Uh-huh.
pretty neat stuff hidden back here. I'm surprised they haven't Or move any of it over to the...
Well, see, the thing is there's these things were given to people of mission control, not, it's a NASA thing to go in Space Center Houston.
Yep.